or hello. I love that recording delay where it ends up at the beginning of every video. I'm like, hey, at the beginning. It's alright though. Hello and welcome to another Risk of Rain 2. This one is going to be the bandit playthrough, or one of my bandit playthroughs. Don't actually play him that often. Didn't vibe with him up until this very run, but it's also going to be my game and review, and that's going to be much more immediate. I'm going to do that like right now. We have the updated criteria for the game and review. I've been thinking about it a lot since my last game review, which I think was the Animist game review. And, well, that, you guys might see this before that, but that was the last one I recorded. So, game and review for Risk of Rain, you guys know how I always start. That is going to be audio design and music. I'm going to include audio design now, because I was formerly including that in game design. Don't really think, like, item design and character design, don't really think it belongs there, actually. So, let's talk a little bit about music. Sorry, my door just creaked open in the background. My cat decided to leave. Just got off my lap. The music, you cannot critique Risk of Rain 2 music. If a game soundtrack is a soundtrack you can listen to while crushing 225 plates, 225 pounds above your head in a shoulder press or something, there is no question about the quality of the music. I have got some of the best PRs in my life. I hit squat 405 for the first time. Can't do that anymore, even, I think, since I've transitioned mostly to leg press. To the music. You cannot argue with it. I'm going to, when I hit 315 for bench, that is going to be to Risk of Rain. It's going to be to Monsoon, probably. There's just not an option otherwise. And the sound design, it's robust. This is, you know, I'll go over all the modded stuff after I've done the base game. The sound design's robust. Certain items have sound effects, like the chinking of armor. When the uke goes around, it has a little click to it. Everything is very reactive. Every enemy has a sound effect. You know when a bull has appeared. You know when a golem's appeared. You know when a wisp has appeared. Your character walking around, you can hear him speeding up. If you turn up the volume a lot, every gunshot, everything has a sound effect. It's all very reactive. Sometimes I feel it's a bit passive in its reactivity, like it's not loud. For how in your face the game is, especially with like the music and stuff, sometimes I think the actual sound effects are not as played up as much, but I honestly think that's not as much of an issue as I would ever play it out to be, because it lets the music and it lets the game get center stage. Onto the game design. First is world design. If we're talking level design, these levels are fucking perfected. Like, this is one of my top games ever, so there is some bias. I don't like we're playing on one right now. I did not like these newer levels added with Survivors of the Void. I think there was like 2 or 3 of them. Didn't like them at first, love them now. Like, every level's some sort of circle. Like, if I were to start from that circle, that big one right there, I could go all the way around the map, end up there. I could shortcut, I could do a bunch of things, I could end up on the other side of that circle. Because they're meant to be ran around. It's a looter shooter. You grab all the loot. Well, it's not a loot. I'm not going to call Risk of Rain 2 a looter shooter. It's a roguelike. It's a roguelike. Let's not dishonor Risk of Rain. Everything's a circle. It's very... I'm not even going to call the world reactive. These are just buzzwords. I'm not going to buzzword with you. Because you have to be able to go around, get all the items, and get to the portal. That's the point of the game. And every map is well designed, well thought up. I've never encountered a map issue. Back when I first played, I think I was a little bit less sentient than I am now, is how I describe it. I remember being a little bit confused by the maps. Everything in Nostalgia feels very vast and big, so I think that was the case. No longer feel that way. The maps are very understandable. They're from small to medium size, nothing too big. And I think for a level-based game, like a lot of roguelikes are, that's perfect. I'm not going to argue with it. Next one is UI and items. I'm actually going to pause, clear my throat and everything, and then continue the review. So I don't, if I fuck up, I don't have to retake all of this. Okay, let's see if, I fucked up the last take pretty late, so if things seem rushed, I apologize. Items was the next part of game design review. It's an item-based game. It's not a looter shooter, it's a roguelike, so the items are what gives it variety. There's not, there's not 8 different first levels. There's 2 or 3, and while that's variety, it's not true variety. There's like 300 base game items now. Any niche or item I don't want, or I want that isn't in the game is added by mods. While that's not advantageous to me, or I'm at a disadvantage because of that, you can add them with mods, and there's such a great variety that I don't have much to complain about, truly. It's a good game, good item volume. Your RNG will allow you to have a different random run every time with different effects, stacking crit, a bunch of different shit like that. You can have so many different builds, whether you desire them or not, because of RNG, and that's just, that's fucking great. It's not like Destiny. I can complain a lot about Destiny, and before people come at me about that, I was an avid Destiny 1 player. Like, holy shit, Vault of Glass was like my first ever raid experience. Like, I was, Destiny 2 killed me. I have a personal vendetta against them. They actually wronged me. Like, it's not even like humorous or trying to hyperbole or exaggerate. They wronged me. And this game is just wonderful with item design, and yeah, I desire more, but I think how they did it's great with white, green, and red offering only advantages, and blue and purple offering an advantage and a disadvantage. Well, purple's sacrificing an advantage for a different advantage, and blue is a advantage and a disadvantage, or an chance at disadvantage, and I like that. That's pretty good. Characters, you can't even talk shit. It's a great variety of characters. Just with the base game roster, you have almost every archetype filled, and some I wouldn't have even thought of initially filled. So, offers everything you can want. Maybe there's not enough skins for the people, but who's really going to complain about that? You get that monsoon skin, and you're a badass. I'm not sure why I was like edging the teleporter here, but I guess I was. And any character that you could want that you don't have is filled by modding, which I will get onto. Story and lore is my next part. That's separate from the game design section. Story, it's a roguelike. It has some story, most of it being environmental storytelling or like story you can pick up on. There is so much lore though. There is lore for almost every item, every enemy, every character. There's enough lore in this game, the other game, and attached materials that, it's like a book. You've got everything you could want. Modding and DLCs, this is a section about modding. Characters are great as long as you're choosing the right mods. I know that from experience. You're going to get every character you could want. You're going to get every item you can want. My only complaint with with modding is sometimes it's not quite as high quality, but it's still ultra high quality. And maybe they don't get the memo about the items. I've had mods that offer a disadvantage with white items or green items or red items. Do not do that. If you're adding blue or purple items, then you can do a disadvantage. Otherwise, do not. That's not the game's meant to be. White are meant to be small boosts. Green are meant to be special boosts to like special stats or like base game weird things. And red change how you play the game. Those are, that's everything. I have it here to never review on price in a negative manner because it's art. That's in my review criteria because I was watching a bunch of game reviews to prepare how I review games, and price and difficulty I never wanted to come up. Well, difficulty can, but not like to deter you from buying the game, because this is just my personal review. I'm not a reviewer, I'm a gamer, so it's just my personal opinion. But there is nothing negative to say about the price. It's great. Like, it's the perfect price. You can't complain about it. And then overall, it's one of my favorite games ever. It's a great comfort game. Multiplayer has never worked for me, except for very rarely a long time ago. I was able to play a bit of multiplayer, and I met so far, lifelong Discord friends from that experience, which is absolutely insane. So literally no complaints here. Like, it's a great fucking game. I've only ever played it single player, and I've heard that multiplayer is where it's at. So I haven't even experienced the best part of the game, and this game is still a go-to. It's like one of my most perfectly executed roguelikes. For what they wanted to do is perfectly executed. There are other roguelites that are perfectly executed as well, but this one is perfectly executed in what they wanted to do. I think is the only way you can talk about it. Now I will end this take. Sorry for the ramble or rant. Next take will be after a small rest, so my brain's not running at 300 miles per hour, causing me to slip or like slur my words. I guess let's continue with the reviewing. Character review? Anyone? Bandit, fucking the goat, backstabs, tool belt that allows you to cycle your abilities infinitely. A skilled bandit player is able to take on any challenge. I'm not a skilled bandit player. I just stack procs and shit. A skilled bandit player with enough items can clear a level before doing anything. Like, they don't have to play the game. And that's good for them. Other than that, yeah, no, this was a video that took a while. It's getting to the end, so I feel more comfortable talking about the process. Took a while, mostly because of, I don't know, I just wanted to get my point across. So even though I was talking, like, I most of my viewer retention is gone, so I feel comfortable saying this. Even though I was saying it was like 3-4 takes, each of those was like 20 fucking takes. I'd be like, that's not the right wording, because I wanted to get it out, because I can't get the emotion across if I'm not rambling, but I would not say the right thing. I'm glad I did, though. And other than that, fuck. I do hope you guys have a great rest of your day or whenever you're watching this. Hope you guys come back for more. If not, I hope you enjoyed your time here. Hope to see you guys again next time. If not, that's alright. You guys make a hobby something. You feed into my addiction. Thank you. Let me play video games. I'm dying over here. I'm choking and shit. Yeah, this is fucking awesome. This was a great video to make. I really enjoyed the process. I'm not trying full time, I swear to God. I'm at a loss for words. It was really intense. There's gonna be a couple reviews like this that I will kind of be speechless after the fact, for sure. Because there's a couple games that mean a lot to me.